My Hero Academia Chapter 290 had just revealed the biggest thing that fans have been speculating for years, the identity of Dabi. The spoiler leaks are out for this chapter and also the full summary for this chapter. So, in this video, we're going to be going through it and talking about the reveal of Dabi, because this was nuts. So, let's talk about My Hero Academia Chapter 290, Dabi's Dens. So the chapter starts off with Rei Todoroki is sitting in the hospital room, and based off the spoiler leaks, this was the day that she was supposed to leave from the hospital. She then looks over and sees that her TV was hacked, and then she saw Dabi just sitting there in a chair ready to expose everything, which is most likely being televised all over Japan because we've seen Dabi in chapter 287. He noticed that Shigaraki and Endeavor are fighting, and he tells Skeptic to prep, and Skeptic's like, prep for what? And Dabi responds saying to tear down the fake hero society, of course. So we know that this is something that he has been planning for the longest time with Skeptic, and we know for a fact that in Dabi's personality, he's going to make this worldwide if he wants to tear down the hero society. So I'm pretty sure this is being broadcast everywhere in Japan right now. We then go back to the main battlefield, and All For One is still speaking through Shigaraki, and he's saying that Gigantomachia came at the perfect time because after Shigaraki pretty much almost got burnt away by Endeavor and that last Texas smash from Deku, All For One believes that Shigaraki's body is done and that his body could fall apart very soon. So All For One is trying to look out for Shigaraki, but Shigaraki, he's being arrogant and stubborn because he believes that he is the boss now, but All For One noticed that his body could crumble away. Todoroki realizes that he got his hands full. There's nothing that he can do just by himself. He knows he can't take down Gigantomachia, especially given the fact that Shigaraki is refusing to give up. So him and Nejire did a combo move to blast away Shigaraki. However, Gigantomachia sweeps in and takes Shigaraki, and by the swing of his force taking Shigaraki away, it also pushed away Nejire and Shoto. And we all knew once Gigantomachia gets on the main battlefield, all the heroes there, they're not stopping him. We then see Iida trying to take Bakugo away from the battlefield. However, Bakugo is refusing to leave, and he's telling Iida, hey, Four Eyes, put me down. Iida also lets him know that his internal organs are ripped, but Bakugo, he doesn't care. He refuses to go down, and he tells Iida that I need a perfect victory. And we know that this is in Bakugo's personality. This is something that he's always shown consistently, just like the time when he fought All Might, and he said he doesn't care. Even if his body gets completely destroyed, he has to win. And this is the duality in the series between Bakugo and Deku. Deku wins by saving, while Bakugo saves by winning. We also see that Endeavor is refusing to back down, despite the fact that one of his lungs is completely burnt. Dabi then shows up to greet Shoto and Endeavor, and Endeavor screams out saying Dabi. Dabi responds by saying, do not call me by that name because Touya is a great name. And we've seen Dabi put water over his head, and his hair color changed from black to white. The way that Horikoshi set up this panel is brilliant. We see Shoto and Endeavor's face. They are stunned. They are in complete shock, because this family was already dysfunctional to begin with, especially since what happened to Touya Todoroki. It ruined the relationship to Endeavor and also his children. And that is just one of the many problems of the Todoroki family. It's a whole list of it that I can probably make a 20-minute video about. Another thing to point out though, in the anime we've seen Dabi's hair was actually red. So I'm not sure if this is something that Horikoshi just decided to change right on this chapter, or is this just another situation where in the anime Shigaraki's hair is blue, but in the actual manga his hair color is white. We also go back to the hospital scene where Rei is sitting in front of the TV with Dabi on the screen, and Dabi is letting her and everyone know that he is Touya Todoroki, and he's also exposing Endeavor's past. So if this is being broadcast all over Japan, this is very bad for Endeavor, like extremely bad. Not only that your son is a worldwide known villain, and you being the #1 hero in Japan, and now known as a terrible father with a dysfunctional past, this isn't only bad just for Endeavor, but this is bad for all of Japan, because Japan hero society is now going to be viewed in a weird way. One of the biggest villains is the son of the #1 hero, and the #1 hero has a terrible past with his family that led to this situation. Now, based off these spoilers, we did not see Natsuo or Fuyumi reaction to this, so when the official release comes out on Sunday, I cannot wait to see Natsuo's reaction if he's in this chapter, because his biggest gripe with his father is what happened to Touya Todoroki. So for him to see him live, broadcast alive, then that's going to affect his psyche even further. We then go back to the main battlefield, and Dabi is just enjoying this moment. He's laughing, he's dancing. You know, this has to be a direct reference to the Joker movie because his stance when he's dancing, it looks so similar to the movie. I mean, the title to the chapter is called Dabi Dance, so I think this is a direct reference to it. So as Dabi continues to laugh and dance in front of Shoto and Endeavor, he talks about that he has been waiting and thinking how could he make Endeavor's life miserable, which in this chapter, it was successful. He told Endeavor that he was completely wrong if he thought that he can move forward in life and live a righteous life. Because let's be honest here, Endeavor has been trying to make amends with his family for the longest time. He's been trying to build a better relationship with Shoto and also his son Natsuo, but when it comes to Touya, we already know that his body conditions is just like Rei. He had more firepower than Endeavor, but his body couldn't handle it. And based off this chapter, now we know it's for certain confirmed that Dabi is Touya Todoroki. It makes sense what really happened that day of him leaving and escaping from Endeavor. His training sessions had to be worse than Shoto's because Dabi's body is just like their mother's. He cannot handle all that firepower, and he probably released so much firepower to the point where his skin started to rip apart. And that's when pretty much Endeavor seen all the flames but didn't see a body. And I think that's when Touya escaped. So Endeavor has been trying to live his life, atone from his sins. You know, he's in a #1 hero position. He's trying to make amends with his family. And out of nowhere, everything is getting worse now that Dabi revealed who he was. The chapter then ends off with Dabi saying that you cannot erase the past and you reap what you sow, which is also true because what comes around goes around, and you really can't fault Dabi to feel this way because look what happened in his life. Look what happened to his family at that. So he's not really wrong here to expose Endeavor and his family past. I would say it's justified because he has every reason to do this. This has been built up for years because we know that Dabi is the oldest son and Natsuo is about 19 years old. So we know that Dabi is around 20 plus years old. So this has been years in the making that has been built up frustration to expose his family, but mostly so his father, because I think majority of his hate goes to Endeavor. The chapter then ends with a dialogue from Dabi saying, "Let's go to hell together and dance with your son Rei Todoroki." That was the end of the chapter. So this is going to be crazy. I can't wait till the official translation comes out. I'm probably going to make a follow-up video to this since I did go over the spoiler leaks. So when the official comes out, I'm probably going to make a whole entire discussion and theory based off this chapter because I see things that can happen moving forward now that Touya Todoroki has been exposed. So if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like on it. And if you are new to the channel, subscribe with notification bells on. Join my Discord. The link is in the description. Follow me on Twitter. That's in the description as well. You guys have an awesome life. Take care of yourselves, and I'm out.